So in order to take a break from my endless bureaucracy, I decided to review the works of Nietzsche, Heidegger and Sartre. So I'm going to start off with saying why I am not an existentialist. So an existentialist would believe that life is meaningless, therefore we give life meaning. I view this as a form of escapism. For me, when I realize that life is meaningless, I find you have like they would agree, you have enormous freedom to do whatever you want. But I won't say, and now I'm giving my life meaning. I still continue that life is still meaningless, regardless if I want to do something that is of value, life still remains meaningless. So why am I saying this is a kind of escapism? Well, take these three philosophers, for example. Nietzsche, however you pronounce their names, doesn't matter. He didn't take care of his health properly. He died very, very unhealthily, and he went mad at the end. Heidegger, however you pronounce his name, was a Nazi. Sartre had a terrible social anxiety, which kind of led him going into really mad political beliefs. So all these people were kind of obsessed with this question on what is their nature, what is their essence, what is the meaning of life in particular. And they're coming up with escapist answers. Oh, well, there's no meaning, I'll give meaning to it, blah, blah, blah. So, life has no meaning. It's that quite simple. Human beings, the question, what is the meaning of life? It's a human question. The question is asked by humans because this is how a lot of humans think. We do things for a purpose, therefore our life must have a purpose. But this kind of assumes that a human created life, which is, as far as you know, isn't true. Life existed before humans, therefore we can't say life has meaning. Nothing in the universe gives meaning to anything. It's humans that give meaning to things. The fact that we create language and we interpret language is us entirely that creates the meaning. It doesn't mean that the meaning is actual, real, and it's there. It's that we perceive a meaning. And an effective communication is when two people's perception of the meaning is the same and everything works out grand. So instead of asking what is the meaning of life, think instead of why are you asking such a question. I personally wouldn't have thought of the question, what is the meaning of life, unless someone had given me the question in my head to begin with. I just came across the question and then I pondered on it. Life, well, what is the meaning of life? Life has no meaning. And then I continue on. And I was at this philosophy talk and people went bananas with me. I was like, oh, it's nihilistic. And I'm like, well, it doesn't really matter if I'm nihilist or not. It doesn't change the fact that life is meaningless. So why is this question important? I'd say get to know the person who is asking the question, which is yourself. So it's not that the meaning of life is to know yourself. It's just that if you know yourself, you can answer these questions better. What is the meaning of life? I changed that to who is asking the question. Why are you asking the question? What is your motive? Some people really want to solve the question intellectually. It's like, oh, well, if I find the meaning of life, this potentially could help a lot of people. But then there are people who are asking this question as a manner of escapism. Think, oh, what is the meaning of life? What is the meaning of life while the life is falling in tatters? In my current situation is kind of changing on a week-to-week basis. And I'm comprehending, should I continue living like a gypsy in a construction site, or should I get a job with a bank? And because life is meaningless, there is no right or wrong answer to this. Because life is meaningless, I can choose to be a wandering gypsy, playing music and living on construction sites. Or I can get a job with a bank and earn lots of money and go traveling. I can do what I want. I'm free to do as I please, because there is no meaning to life. You are free to do as you please. So that's it. I view existentialism as means of escapism. Instead of wondering what the meaning of life is, get to know yourself.